It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we've got Luke Schoonmaker. He had a touchdown last week, the cherry on top of a ton of yardage. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, and it's coming up next.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You look at this Cowboy defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, this defense for the Cowboys very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got
rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting home that time to Marvian Overshow. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the drive starts with a completion left side. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Cowboys at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. That is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Cowboys! Zamir White hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Marquise Bell in on that stop. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw, Jones. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarvion Overshown. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by Waller out left side. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Lance now on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Lance now on 1st down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play. 7-7, our score after 1. Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. He's got White here. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, these two teams you might remember met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip.
Lance looking to throw it. That is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing is Lance on third down. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And Lance going to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
White is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen.
In punt formation for the Giants.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Jukes by again. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Lance. He's got his man. It's White. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's Lance to throw it.
left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's White.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Zamir White
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now 21-7.
Giants 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
They're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Taking on the midfield logo. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
It's caught. This is White. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
First down, Cowboys.
Looking to throw. Lance. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but now it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Lance looks to throw again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
Right hash mark of... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The trick play works. He's got the first.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Jones.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. They'll look to throw again.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Jones. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he works free. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Lamb.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Giants.
CeeDee Lamb.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Second and 10. Here's Lance.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Cowboys signal. Timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Back to throw. Lance, he finds his man, complete. That's Bennett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air.
And now the rookie's free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
Now Lance wants to change him up.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Now this throw caught left side and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Throwing Jones. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far, good second half. And you know, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Lance to throw on 2nd down here.
his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking deep for Bennett. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants going to take over again on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught by Montgomery. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means
down the numbers. There he goes.
Now he's into the clear again.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. A dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns.
And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys have taken a... touchdown lead. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Daniel Bellinger, 70 yards. And the Giants are able to claw one back. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Lance now on 1st down.
Looking for White on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the out. Launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Lance now on 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's White. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch it. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
And now out come the Giants.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
Back to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons able to record his 5th.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Ready? To throw, it's Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
Looking deep for Bennett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Lance again. Touchdown, Cowboys. Trey Palmer, 37 yards. And the Cowboys continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of... run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The offense on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones.
He'll find Gabriel Davis.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On first down, Lance.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That is caught. Schoonmaker. down the left sideline.
And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
And Lance now to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run early.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now Lance.
He completes it right side to White. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Aubrey now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing Jones.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Throwing again on second and 10. Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
At their own 18-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there